As Ukrainian forces advance north of Kiev, they have discovered horrifying scenes of civilians who apparently were massacred by Russian troops. Moscow denies responsibility, but the evidence of alleged war crimes is mounting. The White House cited these atrocities as it outlined a new sanctions package Wednesday in coordination with G7 and European allies. They include a full block on two of Russia's largest banks, Sberbank and Alfa Bank, and on major Russian state-owned enterprises, a ban on all new investment in Russia, and on Russia's ability to make debt payments with funds subject to US jurisdiction. The sanctions also target Russian President Vladimir Putin's two daughters and family members of other Russian officials, including Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov.
Just in 1 year, our sanctions are likely to wipe out the last 15 years of Russia's economic gains. And because we've cut Russia off from importing technologies like semiconductors and encryption security and critical components of quantum technology that they need to compete in the 21st century, we're going to stifle Russia's ability and its economy to grow for years to come.
Britain also approved a new sanctions package Wednesday.
Banning Russian ships from our ports, cracking down on more Russian banks, going after industries that are filling Putin's war chest, like gold.
The European Union is also finalising new sanctions targeting Russia's energy sector.
The new package includes a ban on coal import. And, ladies and gentlemen, I think that measures on oil and even gas will also be needed sooner or later.
The EU revealed Wednesday that it had made $38 billion in energy payments to Russia since the start of the war, compared with providing just over $1 billion in military aid to Ukraine. For Ukraine, Europe isn't moving fast enough, says analyst Liana Fix.
The question is only how fast will this take place, and will it be fast enough to help Ukraine in improving their negotiation position and their fighting position towards Moscow.
The raft of Western sanctions came as NATO foreign ministers began a two-day meeting in Brussels Wednesday. Washington this week announced a further $100 million in military aid for Ukraine, including Javelin anti-tank missiles.
We set out to do three things if Russia decided to pursue this horrific aggression against Ukraine. One was to support our Ukrainian partners. We're doing that. Two was to put extraordinary pressure on Russia. We're doing that. Three was to make sure that we were shoring up the defenses of our own alliance, NATO, and we're doing that.
The alleged atrocities by Russian forces could change NATO's calculation, says Fix.
Especially in public opinion, they revoke memories of the past, of past atrocities in Europe. So it increases the pressure on policymakers.
Meanwhile, the Czech Republic is sending Soviet-era T-72 tanks and infantry vehicles to Ukraine, which Kiev hopes will prompt other NATO members to send heavy weapons. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.